Hi, welcomes everyone for the lecture 16 of a module Earthquake Resistance Constructions of a Subject Based and Seismic Analysis. In this module, we'll be discussing about the how to improve the earthquake resistance of low strength masonry building. This is a key point at here is we are discussing about the improvement of earthquake resistance of low strength masonry building. In an earlier lecture or a previous lecture we have discussed about the how to improve the earthquake resistance of um, earthen buildings, but here we having we will be talking about the low strength masonry building, which is which is as per the guidelines given by IS 132-828 1993. So here is a code IS Indian standard for improving earthquake resistance of a low strength masonry building. There are some guidelines which are given that how to improve the earthquake resistance of low strength masonry building. So there are some terminologies related to this, which is a low strength masonry. It includes a fired that masonry includes the fired brick work laid in clay mud mortar or a random double masonry. Uh, if they are undressed or semi-dressed stone masonry in a weak mortar such as cement, sand, lime, sand and clay mud, then it is called a low strength masonry. Then the center of rigidity, obviously we have already discussed about the shear walls, box system and different type of bands to be provided, seismic zone and seismic coefficients. Then design seismic coefficient, which is uh, given by alpha h, and which categorize the building, which type of building is to be provided. So the whole building systems is divided into 5 parts. Building categories are divided into 5, which are A to E. Then the grade of concrete of obviously the 28 days strength of 150 mm cube is called concrete grades or strength of compressive strength of concrete. Then some are the general principles which are given, that the lightness of the structure, we have already talked about this. Then the continuity of constructions, so all the parts of building should be joined or tied properly so that the building will act like one single unit. Then the projecting and suspended part, that should be avoided as far as possible. And then the shape of the building, it should be a regular, it should be a symmetrical about the both the axes, and building should be uh, set, building should be resistant against fire safety. Then the special consideration feature in which the foundations, that the foundation of building should not be laid on loose soil, sand, loose fine sand soil, or expensive clay should be avoided. So such conditions to be kept in a mind while going for a construction of a masonry buildings. Roofs and floor, so roof should be at light as possible, and the flat roof or a floor should not be preferably be made of tiles or ordinary bricks, because they are having a lot of weight. So we have to ignore such type of flat roof and provide a pitched roof or pitched roof with a corrugated iron or a asbestos sheet should be used, because they are having a light material. So these are the light roofs are to be provided. Then the staircase should be built-in staircases, and they act as a, and the sliding joint should be provided to eliminate the bracing effect on the floors. And built-in staircase, when the stairs are built monolithically with floor, they can be protected against the damage by the providing rigid wall at their stair opening. So that staircase should be built monolithically. And another type of construction, box type of construction, categorized of building is categorized into 5 categories, which is A to E, which is decided by the value of alpha h, and alpha h given by alpha node into I into beta, where alpha node is the horizontal seismic design, alpha h is the design seismic coefficient of the building, alpha node is the basic seismic coefficient of based on the seismic zone, which is given in table number 2 of IS 1893, which we have already discuss about that. If the building is lying in zone number 2, then the zonal factor is same as the zonal factor Z is equal to alpha naught. I is the importance factor of the building, which is dependent on the type of buildings we are providing. Beta is the depending upon the soil foundation factor, which is given in table number 3 of IS 1893. So from there we can calculate the value of alpha H, and based on the range of alpha H we can categorize the building, in which category the building will lie. So if the value of alpha H is 0.04 to 0.05, then building will be categorized in A category. If 0.5 to 0.6, then it's in a B category. If 0.6 to 0.808, 0.06 to 0.08, then the building is 6 C category. 0.08 to 0.12, then it's in D, and if the value of alpha is more than 0.12, then it's categorized in a category E. And low strength masonry shall not be used for category E, because such type of buildings is mostly affected by earthquake prone zone. These buildings, category E type of buildings, are provided in a more earthquake prone zone. So low strength masonry building should be avoided in such type of a zone. Building with a importance factor value I is greater than 1.5 should be avoided for building category D, and it will be useful to provide dampproof force at plinth level to stop water and pour water pressure into the superstructure. So plinth dampproof force DPC is also provided at plinth level to stop rise of pour water into superstructure. Projection should be provided beyond the walls of about 500 mm if not avoided. If it is possible to avoid the projection, but if it is not avoided, then only 500 mm beyond the wall to be provided. Waterproof plasters to be provided to resist the outside to resist the water from the outside face of the wall. And brickwork in a weak mortar, so the fired brick should have a compressive strength not less than 3.5 megapascal. Then if the bricks are having a compressive strength of 3.5 megapascal, then that should be avoided. And there are some of the ratios are given, which are mortar should be in limestone 1:3 and to be provided. And if cement sand is used in a mortar, then 1:6 ratio is to be chosen. For category A, B, C and category D, where these buildings should be provided and the history height should not be exceed 3 meters. ABC are provided at 3-story buildings with a flat roof and a 2-story building with a attic for a pitched roof. Attic is called space between the pitched roof. Space below the pitched roof is called attics. And category D type of building is provided with a 2-story with flat roof and 1-story plus attic for a pitched roof. So it should be kept in a mind while construction of building is done. So ABC type of building categories are provided with a 3-story with flat roof and 2-story plus attic for a pitched roof, while category D type of buildings are provided with only 2-story with flat roof and 1-story with the attic for a pitched roof. Special bonds in a brick walls are to be provided at the joints by making corner first to height 600 mm and building the wall between them. So special type of joints are to be provided. These are showing at here ABC Truthan joint in a wall ABC. So here are the 3 walls A, B and C walls are constructing, and in which the special type of joints are to be provided, so that all the walls will act like a single unit. Stone masonry, it's a random double masonry or a half dressed stone masonry is to be used. So that to be H per IS 1597 part 1. And the mortar should be cement. If we are using cement sand, then it should be a 1:6, and if we are using a limestone, then it should be a 1:3 to be used. Wall thickness should not be greater than 450 mm, but preferably it should be 350 mm. and the stone on the inner and outer, which means the layer should be interlocked with each other. The masonry should preferably bolt at the course not more than 600 mm lift. So these are some recommendations and how the joints are provided, so that all the masonry wall to be act like a single unit. And this is the pictorial view of wall delaminated with a buckled layer with buckled layer. So here are the half dressed conical shaped stones are provided, in which the small alignment stones are provided and the mortars are provided, and this is 3 is the rotation of this layer of stones. This is the pictorial view of random rubber masonry are provided, and in which the mud or weak lime mortar is filled. So height of the building stone masonry walls. So here it is mentioning that for category A and B type of building are provided with 2 story with a flat roof and 1 story plus attic. Similarly, for C and D type of category of wall are provided with a 2 story flat roof and 2 story plus attic for a pitched roof if wall are built in 1:6 cement mortar, and story height to be kept 3.0 meter maximum, and span of wall between 2 cross walls to be limited 5 meter. If walls are longer than 5 meter, but so if there is a need to be construction of wall greater than 5 meter, then buttresses are provided, and the width at the top of buttress should be kept equal to thickness of main wall, and at the base width should be equal to 1/6 of the wall height, as I have earlier shown, as I have previously discussed in my lecture, that how the buttresses are provided and how they are support to the wall. What are the provisions for providing opening in a bearing wall? So here are some openings that we have already discussed in our earthen wall, so that should be adopted. So here it is mentioning that if B1, B2, B3 are the doors, window and windows, so the summation of B1, B2, B3 divided by length of wall, for building type of ABC it should be 0.46, and for building type of category of D it should be 0.42 for a single story building, and for a 2 and 3 story building it kept to 0.37 and 0.33. Similarly, the pier width between the consecutive opening to be kept for 50 mm or 560 mm, and the vertical distance between the 2 openings will be kept 600 mm. And what are these strengthening arrangement recommended for low strength building? So if a building category A, then for number 1, number 2 and number 3 story strengthening to be provided, which are C and F, and here C and F are: C is the roof band and gable bands where necessary is to be provided, and the bracings are to be provided. If a building category is B, then B, C, F, G are provided. So here B is the lintel band, C is the roof band, gable band, F is the bracings, and G is the plinth band also provided. So in type of building C, B, C, F, G are provided similarly as provided in building category B, and all the B, C, D, F, G, all the type of strengthening technique to be provided. So here they are mentioning what are the strengthening technique and which category of building are provided to different level of story. The lintel bands I already shown you. Roof bands are provided, which can be shown in this picture. These are the lintel band which are shown it here, and these are the roof band. So 1 is showing a lintel band, 2 is showing a roof band, 3 is showing a vertical reinforcing bar, 4 is showing the doors, and 5 is showing the window. So how the overall arrangement of reinforcing low strength masonry building. Details of bands. So wooden band can be provided. So here in this picture also seen that overall arrangement of reinforcing low strength masonry building, which is having a pitched roof. So it's such type of building having a lintel bands, eave bands, gable bands, door, window, vertical bars, rafters, holding rafters. So here these are called, this truss portion are called rafters, and this can be joined by a holding down bolt. So holding down bolt which is provided here. So how the holding down bolt will be provided? Resistant stone masonry wall, door lintel integrated with roof bend perspective view. So here are the some arrangement of reinforcing of low stone masonry building which is having pitched roof. And here are the how the reinforcement is provided in stone masonry or masonry walls. So these are the longitudinal bar which is showing it here, and this is the structural plan at corner junction. So at a corner junction how the longitudinal bars are provided and how the lateral ties are provided. So this is a cross-sectional view of that corner junction, and this is a cross-sectional view of at a T junction. So this is the longitudinal bars are provided at here, also longitudinal bar are provided, and they are tied together with a lateral ties. This is for two reinforcing bar, and this picture is for four reinforcing bars. So this is how the wooden bends are provided for low masonry buildings. So these are the some arrangement of how the earthquake resistance can be improved of a low strength masonry buildings. Thank you.